Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to Resource Prepping. I'm your host, Greg. Just came in the mail today. Half-ounce silver. It's what I can afford. Year of the Snake. It's Australian. Half-ounce. I bought it, paid for it, just got delivered. So I am still stacking either 1 ounce or half-ounce at a time. I'm not letting the COMEX price, the paper price, mess me up, because that is fraudulent to begin with. It's manipulated by the big banks here in the United States and the London COMEX. And that's just all price manipulation on silver. So I buy it. You cannot buy an ounce of silver at spot price. Guaranteed. If you can, let me know and I'll buy all I can. If the spot price says $83, $86 and it's being suppressed artificially, say it's $86, you cannot buy an ounce of silver, a troy ounce of silver at $86 through any of the reputable bullion dealers. They're all well over $90 to $100, and some of them are even selling it as high as $110 an ounce. I even checked Walmart, and they do sell it. You have to order it, but they're up in the $110 to $120 an ounce for some like the Walking Liberties and so on and so forth. So don't follow the COMEX. It's just a suggestion. It is, in my opinion, fraudulent, and it is being heavily manipulated by the big banks and speculators. Now, it's tax season. I got my taxes done. I got a refund. And I used what I had already in my checking account, and I bought ounces of silver from my refund. So I'm taking back the money that the government kept from me without paying me interest. And I use that to buy silver. And when the refunds are automatically deposited in my checking account, I'm good. Instead of squandering and saying, oh, honey, gee, look, we get all this money back. It's yours to begin with. We get all this money back. What are we going to do? We're going to go out to dinner, movies, drinking, doing whatever. Knock that crap off and buy something of value that will increase in value and possibly bail you out in case of a bad situation. If I had known now what I knew back when I was 25, 30 years old, I would have been investing more heavily in gold and silver just to stash it away. People say, well, you told me to buy silver and it collapsed. And I said, I'm doing what I do for me. That's my disclaimer. I'm recommending what I'm doing. I'm talking about what I am doing, and if it suits you, you do you, and everything else like that. If you don't like the advice, don't follow it. If you do like the advice, you do it at your own risk. I'm not a financial advisor or planner, but I do know this. Precious metals will always have value. I like whole ounces. I like half ounces. I like fractionals. I do not buy Morgans or pneumastics or anything else like that. That's a specialized market. I do not buy junk silver to sell it to the refineries to melt it down. They're not buying. That's a waste of money. That being said, take your refund and invest it wisely. I did talk to a financial planner. I do have another appointment tomorrow. Not that I have any money to, great deal of money to invest or doing anything else like that. But I do have 401ks, and you should review that to make sure you are earning the most. If you are sitting on a savings account and saying my money is safe in the bank and I put some in every paycheck to build a nest egg at 1.5% interest, maybe 2% depending on your bank, you're losing money. You are losing money by letting it set in a savings account. Invest that, buy something that will go up in value, invest in your 401k, see what you are getting. If you are not matching your employer's contribution, if they offer 401k, many of them offer 3 to 6% depending on your employer, but most will contribute 3%. That's free money. Your employer is saying, I'm giving Greg 3% out of every paycheck. I am contributing 3% free money additional to invest on his behalf. At the very least, match it. Put 3% of your money out of each paycheck, you won't miss it, and help build your own wealth. They're taking care of you. And you can select the type of growth you want and what your risk tolerance is. Talk to your financial planner, but take advantage of that. Take advantage of that. Now, I'm going to reference something, why I am urging you to invest in silver, and if you have money, gold, whatever it is, I want you to have something on hand, because I'm going to reference this video, very reputable, none of this scare tactic stuff. There is actual data in here. There is actual references in here and to what the plan is. The reference is a YouTube video, Prepare for the Collapse, Gold to Become the New Monetary Standard. And when you watch this, and I've watched it twice, it makes sense, and there's a lot of scheming and conniving going on, not only abroad, but within. And crypto, stable coin, and all that kind of stuff, they will force us eventually into that. They are going to eventually back these stable coins, and I've looked into it, these stable coins with solid gold, okay? Meaning the value of the dollar is going to be deflated to nothing, forcing you into this, meaning a soft default, forcing you into this and saying, okay, fine, I'll take my payment into Bitcoin, stablecoin, or whatever, and I'll give you an example. But look at this YouTube, Prepare for the Collapse, Gold to Become the New Standard. Now, Trump determined or made a declaration to hoard essential minerals. That includes silver. That is going to drive the price of silver up, because that means the United States will no longer be exporting it in theory. In theory. So that means the United States is building a stockpile of essential minerals and metals. Next, and I looked into this myself because I was going to invest in it, but I can't afford it. USA Tether, T-E-H-E-R, is just purchased $14 billion worth of gold, the largest stockpile in the world next to the Federal Reserves, and that will be raising the price of gold. Now, I looked into Tether stablecoin backed by gold. I can't afford it because they require so much money to invest in that, and I don't have that kind. But the idea is to say, create a coin just like China's doing now, just like the BRICS is doing, just like India is doing. The United States has to be competitive with that. So Tether said, we're going to buy all this gold bullion. We're going to create a stable coin, and I don't understand all this, but we're going to create a stable coin on blockchain. And again, I'm over my head in this, backed by gold. So when I wanted to invest in it, I would set up so much to come out of my check account, or I would contribute each month to this stock and say, I own a piece of gold that is vaulted in Switzerland. But looking at it and the cost of investment, I don't have that. But that's what they're doing. They're stockpiling silver and gold to back these cryptocurrencies. And when somebody has that much bullion, gold bullion, the higher the price of silver or gold goes, you watch the dollar, it devalues. They want that gold and silver to skyrocket, devaluing the dollar even further, even talking of a soft default on debt. When that happens, then the plan is to back the devalued dollar, because if you run the printing presses, it dilutes it, meaning it's worthless toilet paper. But if it goes so low, then suddenly they back it by either silver or gold. That dollar now becomes more valuable. Or they create a backed Bitcoin, stable coin, backed once again, like Tether was offering, by precious metals. So either way, the regular person, me and you, regular Joe, is going to be forced into this and saying, okay, fine. If I want to invest, I have to buy gold or silver, and I have to accept cryptocurrency as my payment and trade. That's what they're having for us in the future. Now, if you're really curious about this, you can look up the Genius Act for cryptocurrency. And the guy that was head of cryptocurrency is now head of this division for stable coin and everything else. So don't tell me that there isn't some sort of wink and a nod and saying, yeah, okay, we're going to do this. I'm very, very leery of not necessarily President Trump, but he's behind it, but as his sons are announcing that they have their own cryptocurrency, and they started talking about, blockchain and all this, which is way over my head. That's why I'm not a billionaire. But I'm very, very leery because the people that know about this, the people that are investing this, the people that are hoarding gold and silver, not just here in the United States, but London, China, India, and the BRICS nation, they're all in on the game. And it is to control we the people and force you into the money and saying, okay, you're forced to accept cryptocurrency, and it gets back to that conspiracy theory, which I happen to believe in. Greg goes to the sporting goods stores, and he decides he wants to buy some ammunition, and he gets his crypto card out to buy it, and they say, no, you don't need to buy ammunition. No, you don't need to buy guns. No, you don't need to buy armor. We're going to decline that transaction. And again, it gets back to government control. Supposedly, in this video, the one lady, Judy Shelton, who was nominated to be the next Fed chairman and was declined by the Democrats, the plan is that she claims Trump said that the dollar is going to collapse by July of this year, 2026, our 250-year anniversary. It's going to be turned into gold-backed dollars, which Nixon took us off in the 70s. So he wants to collapse the economy down to the point of worthlessness, making our manufactured goods cheaper to buy, raising inflation here, putting it back on the gold reserve, making our dollar more valuable and competitive with the world. Watch the YouTube video, understand what's going on, look up the Genius Act. All this is above my head, but it's enough to scare me to know that I want something of monetary, hard asset I can hold in my hand, and something that can't be computer generated. That's just my opinion, that's just my advice, and that's just my thoughts. I hope you all are doing well. Let me know what you think. Greg out.